Hi there, I'm Gina Barrett. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a button from my thread wrapped buttons book. This one I named Changing Sides and it shows you how to use two colours. So let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a button from my thread wrapped buttons book, the Changing Sides button that is here on the cover. You'll need a button mould. You can use a flat disc or a slightly domed one. I'll be using a flat mould. I do like to soften the edge with a file for this button, but you don't have to. I have also already marked out 4 divisions. I will be using a size 8 thread, a sparkly rayon thread called Dazzle from Wonderfil, and a cotton perle. In the book, I give instructions for using a size 12 thread, so I've chosen to use a slightly larger button mould than stated in the book. I'll start by rubbing beeswax on the mould. This is an optional step, but many find it helpful to stop the thread from slipping too much. Cut 2 long lengths of thread and thread each onto a needle. With the perle, work the foundation cross. Hold the end of the thread at the back of the mould and wrap at the center, from bottom to top 5 times. Fasten this at the back with a small stitch. Rotate the mould slightly anti-clockwise and repeat, laying 5 threads at the center and fasten at the back. Rotate so that the cross is an X and then wrap from bottom to top 2 threads just to the right of the center. Secure at the back. Rotate and repeat 2 threads. Fasten these at the back. Add the second thread. With a small knot at the end, you can thread it through at the back of the button. And now wrap 2 threads alongside the first ones, rotate and wrap another 2. Again, secure at the back. Now you will change to the first thread and again wrap 2 threads in the same way as before. Then change to the second thread. Now you will change to the first thread. Again, wrap 2 threads, rotate, wrap 2 threads in the same way as before, then change to the second thread and repeat, and so on. Because you are working with 2 colors and from the center out, securing the threads is vital, otherwise everything will just begin to slip. So at each stage, secure the threads at the back. When you have laid 3 groups in each color, you'll need to change the sides each is worked on. I needed to add more thread at this stage. This is simple enough, just take a new length and add to the back as you did originally with the second color. This time we are going to lay the sparkly thread on the plain side and the plain on the sparkly side. As you get closer to the edge, it is really important that the threads are well secured at the back. Working from the center out can be a little bit unstable. The threads just want to slip out of place. This is natural. Tweak the threads as needed to keep them in line. For the very last pair, it can help to lay the thread against the foundation cross and then work in towards the center. filling that little gap that's there. When complete, secure both threads well at the reverse. You can add some extra stitching if you feel anything is slipping. And that's it, a pretty sparkly button. Simply worked, but looks far more complicated than it really is. Thanks very much for watching. Do please leave me a comment, and of course hit subscribe and click the notification bell to find out when I've next uploaded a video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now. Hi, my name's Gina Barrett, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a button from my thread wrapped buttons book. This one is